Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I've always wanted to say that. So today I'm making this video to kind of introduce my channel and explain to you guys how I got to this point in my life. As you can see from the title of the video, I'm moving to Japan. Super exciting, a really big change in my life that's going on, but I kind of wanted to update everyone in my life, whether it be friends and family, coworkers, or even strangers watching this who want to do this program, just how I got to this point. So throwback to 2021 during my undergrad, I was majoring in biochemistry and I was dead set on going to med school. And then I realized, hey, you actually don't want to be a doctor. Figure out what you're going to do with your life. Which was really fun to have that realization halfway through my undergrad. But I realized that I actually wanted to get into education, but still kind of explore languages and travel a lot. And I was wondering, how could I join all of that together? So I thought about teaching abroad. I mean, sounds so easy, right? Just like get on a plane and go teach English. Not so easy. I took this course called TEFL, which is Teaching English as a Foreign Language. I took that 120-hour course, I believe, in the middle of my undergrad, so 2021, around that time. I started those courses in, I think, January, and it took me until May to complete them because I was still studying, so I did it very kind of slowly. And after completing that, I was like, great, I can start applying to places. Yeah. You actually have to have a degree to apply to most countries to teach English as a foreign language. I unfortunately did not, going into my third year, have a degree yet, so I had to wait until 2022 when I graduated to have my degree. Speaking of that degree, I haven't used it since. It's literally sitting in my room doing nothing but collecting dust, so that's great.
We are going to pretend we didn't hear that.
Anyway, back to TEFL. So after completing my courses and graduating, I started applying to different positions. Through the organization that I did TEFL with, there was a job center. So I was looking at teaching in China, teaching in Korea, even Japan, obviously, places in South America, Europe, all over, kind of wherever it would take me, because I was desperate.
I haven't heard any of my gay friends
I've
use
never
this
heard
phrase.
this from any gay person.
No.
And I found the JET program, which is Japan Exchange and Teaching. And this program is fantastic. It sets up new English teachers to go to Japan, and they help you along the way. It's very systematic, which I'll get into in just a second. So I had applied for this program in, I want to say, September is when the application portal opened. You can kind of see the deadlines all right here. And it's a lengthy process. So I applied in September, and the application portal closed in November, which at that point I had started a new job and I wasn't really knowing what was going to happen, if I was going to get into the JET program, and I hadn't applied to many other programs. There were a few that had got back to me, but I was really dead set on the JET program. So after the application portal closed in November, I was just waiting around to hear back from them. Then in January, I got the results. I passed the application process. Yay! What does that mean though? So after that, they tell you that you're going to have an interview in February. I believe I had my interview. So a month later, after finding out I passed the application. This interview was not too serious. It was in front of a panel of 3 people. So there was a JET alumni, there was a Japanese teacher of English, and there was a member of the Japanese embassy. Now these 3 people asked me different questions about why I wanted to go to Japan and what I would bring to the table. And yeah, so I had done the interview and walked out of there feeling really great, thinking, yeah, I definitely got this. I don't know if that was just my confidence or just how well I prepared for it, but I felt pretty good after it. And lo and behold, a few months later, in, I want to say April, is when I got the results that I passed the interview. Double yay, I finally passed.
My God, there's room for everybody. Let's just say that.
From applying in September to like October, November, and then finally to April, I finally found out that I was going to go to Japan. But I didn't know where I was going yet. All I knew is I had passed the program, I had passed the application interview, but I don't know what city I'm going to. So in April, I'm just killing time waiting to hear from them. And then in May, finally, in the middle of a family vacation, I get an email that says, hey Zach, you're going to this city in this prefecture. That's all. Do you accept or not? Which was kind of crazy. It derailed my vacation a little bit because I was so focused on like, where is the city? Who lives here? How many? Like, what do I do there? So at that point, I obviously accepted the offer. I was like, yeah, I waited this long, I'm gonna go. I'll be honest, the place that I'm going to wasn't my first choice, wasn't my second choice, not even my third choice. It wasn't really any of my choices, but I'm still super grateful to be going, and I'm sure that I'm going to be able to make it my own once I'm there. So where am I going? I'm going to Yamaguchi Prefecture, which is kind of in the south of Japan in the main islands. And the city that I'm going to is a very like small, lesser known city of a population of like 57,000 people. So it's not super big, but it's not like really Inaka, which is like rural. But yeah, so that's where I'm going. Since finding out in May where I'm going, I've just been kind of preparing myself, studying Japanese, preparing my packing list. And in June and July, I believe I had some orientations as well, just inside Ottawa, just where, you know, different alumni would have some presentations and explain, you know, what's life gonna be like in Japan, which was really helpful to kind of figure out because you can only do so much research by yourself online. It's different from having firsthand experience. And speaking of that, I also have a predecessor. There's someone who's already in the position that I'm taking over that has been super helpful in explaining kind of everything that's going on currently and what I'm to expect when I get there. So that's kind of the update on, you know, what's going on right now. I'm leaving in like a week and a bit, honestly. Like I am just finishing up my packing now, and then I'm gonna get on a plane and fly over to Tokyo for my orientations. And then after that, I'm flying to my city to start my life as a ALT, which is an assistant language teacher with the JET program. So yeah, I just made this video to kind of introduce what this channel is going to be and how I got to this point in my life. And yeah, I would love to hear from you guys. What kind of content do you want to see me make, whether it be travel vlogs, food vlogs, shopping, thrifting, whatever you want, just let me know. I love to hear, you know, whatever you guys want me to do. I would gladly do it within reason. But yeah, I'm just super excited to be going to Japan finally and pursuing this, you know, career of education, because I love just helping out people in a different way that would have been medicine. It's teaching now, which is still a fantastic career. So please guys, like this video, comment what you want to see from me, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.